Hey there, podcast lovers. Looking for a fresh take on the world? Tune into Nikki's World, where we dive into everything hitting the headlines and chat about just what's on our minds. No filters, just real talk. Whether you're sipping your morning coffee or unwinding after a long day, Nikki's World is your go-to for genuine commentary on the real world. Subscribe now if you want to hear the real deal on what's going on. Join the conversation on Nikki's World, where every episode feels like catching up with an old friend. Don't miss out.
What's up, y'all? Let's do this.
Oh, hi guys. Welcome to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host, and today, guys, we gotta talk about Meathead, aka Rob Reiner, who died yesterday. I'm gonna give you my opinion and why I don't give a shit and give a damn, and why I don't care what happens to Meathead. So we're gonna talk about that and so much more. But before we go any further, guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, seriously, y'all, can y'all please consider donating a cup of coffee for me? Because for price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, and Cumberland Farms, guys, you guys help keep this podcast show alive. You guys help me curate more stories, more topics like this to talk about. I do accept Bitcoin donations. I am on Ko-fi, guys. If you guys want to support, sponsor, donate, tip to Nikki's World. And I also, guys, on Ko-fi, guys, I do have model commissions. So if you guys want me to do a photo shoot for you guys and you have a particular outfit that you have in mind or a particular theme, you guys can help fund that through Ko-fi. All right? And guys, if you guys love Nikki's World so much, seriously, y'all, please hit that like, subscribe, please give me a review. Good, bad, and the ugly. Also, guys, I do have a bunch of affiliate links. First off is Minds.com. Minds.com is a Connecticut-based social media platform. They are an awesome alternative to Facebook, guys. So if you guys value your right to freedom of speech like I do, and you guys want to be able to say stuff without fear of being blocked, suspended, or deplatformed, ladies and gentlemen, well then, you can head on over to Minds.com. So, guys, I do have the most awesome, and I mean the most awesome affiliate link with Byrna. Byrna is the less lethal self-defense company, guys. They make their top-of-the-line Byrna SD, Byrna LE, TCR, Mission 4, and their newest compact launcher, guys. So if you guys value your right to the Second Amendment, your right to self-defense, but you want to do it in a less lethal manner, well then, guys, head on over to my friends at Byrna.com. Um, in full disclosure, guys, I do own a Byrna LE pistol myself. And finally, guys, I have the most awesome, and I mean the most awesome affiliate link with North Shore Medical Supply. North Shore Medical Supply, they make their top of the line North Shore Mega Max diaper, North Shore Supreme pull up, and their newest Eterna boosters, guys. So if you know somebody out there who needs to wear adult diapers and who needs to be put in adult diapers like I do, guys, well then, send them on over to my friends at North Shore Medical Supply and they will make sure that they are diapered up and padded up as always. And before we get this show on the road, literally, guys, if you guys love this episode and any of my other episodes on Nikki's World, seriously, y'all, can y'all please consider sharing this across all the social media platforms that are out there today? Holy wow. Holy wow. Yeah, damn, man. That was a mouthful. Holy shit. Holy shit. And yes, guys, I am diapered up in my North Shore Megamax diapers with my Eterna boosters. And I do also have a t-shirt on because, frankly, I'm just in my podcast studio and podcasting to y'all like always. And before we get this show on the road, guys, I do like to apologize about not being on the air last week. That's because I was dealing with final exams for grad school, and at the same time, I had a photo shoot coming. I had a photo shoot that I had to do last week, so I did that as well. And now I have another photo shoot coming up on Sunday. And like I said before, guys, if you guys want me to model for you guys, if you guys have a particular like theme or a particular item, or like say you guys want me to pose with a certain dress or a certain clothes or a certain outfit, y'all can hook me up on Kofi and pay for my modeling commission. Okay, so you can do that as well. And anyway, guys, let's get this show on the road. I'm diapered up, padded up. Let's go. So yesterday, guys, y'all heard that Meathead, aka Rob Reiner, died in a homicide with his wife, and they say his son is a prime suspect. Well, I got news for y'all. I don't give two shits, two a rat's ass about Meathead. I don't give a flying fuck about Rob Reiner dying. I don't give a fuck. And you want to know why I don't give a fuck about it? It's because the same leftists who laughed, celebrated, and even mocked the death and the assassination of Charlie Kirk is why I don't have any sympathies for Rob Reiner. I don't have any like sob sympathies for him because his politics, his anti-Trump, anti-MAGA, anti-Republican, anti-conservative stance, and his hatred for people who voted for Donald Trump is why I don't give a shit about Rob Reiner being killed. I don't give a flying fuck. Yeah. And the people who mocked, who celebrated Charlie Kirk's assassination and death, is why I don't give a shit about Rob Reiner being killed. I don't. And you wonder why I don't have any sympathy for him anymore. I don't. It's because the same people who mocked and celebrated Charlie Kirk's death and assassination is why I don't have any sympathies for Rob Reiner since he died. I don't. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a horse's ass about it. I don't even care if you try to gaslight the living effing fuck out of me. I don't give a shit because I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't care. I don't care because the people who mocked Charlie Kirk's death and assassination is why I don't care about Rob Reiner, aka Meathead, being like murdered or and killed. I don't care. I don't. Because the reason why I do not care is because the way the left has treated Charlie Kirk is why I don't give a shit about like Meathead, aka Rob Reiner. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't. And I really don't give a flying fuck about it because here's the reason for this. Why should I care about Rob Reiner and aka Meathead being murdered and killed? Why should I? Because you know why? He hated Donald Trump. He hated MAGA. He hated conservatives, Republicans, and he hated anyone, including people like me, who voted for Donald Trump. So why should I give a flying fuck about him? Why should I have any sympathies? Yeah, why should I? And if you come on the show and say, "Oh, I should have sympathies for Rob Reiner because he's a human," don't say that to Erica Trump. Erica, go say to Erica Kirk, okay? Go say to Erica Kirk about it. Go tell that to her fucking face, okay? Because Erica Kirk lost her husband due to an assassination, and yet the left openly mocked, openly celebrated, openly championed his death. And yet the left expects people like me to side. I'm sorry to say this, dude. I'm sorry to say this, homeboy. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a rat's ass. And on top of that, I don't care. I don't fucking care. The fact of the matter is, I've had people on social media try to gaslight me, try to say, "Oh, you should sympathize because he even sympathized when Charlie Kirk got assassinated." Don't mean shit to me, asshole. Don't mean flying fuck shit. Because the same leftists also mocked and celebrated when Charlie Kirk got assassinated as well. So why should I have sympathies for Meathead? Why? Explain that to me. Write me an explanation in the comments below. Why should I have sympathies for a guy that hated President Trump, MAGA, conservatives, Republicans, and even people who voted for him? Why should I? Explain that to me in my diaper and t-shirt. Why the fuck should I have sympathies? Okay? Why? Because I'm gonna tell you straight up. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a rat's ass. And what he said on social media before he got killed, yeah, about Donald Trump, about MAGA, conservatives and Republicans, that's why I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't care what your opinions and viewpoints about him. All I care about is good riddance to Trump derangement syndrome idiots. Good riddance to people who basically had the worst life ever because they mocked, they ridiculed, they even called for us to be thrown in prison for us to be thrown in concentration camps. Yeah, just because we didn't vote like them, we didn't espouse their views and opinions. So this is why I tell people I don't give a flying fuck about Rob Reiner being killed. You're not going to get sympathy from me, and if you want sympathy, there's the next town over. They'll probably give you sympathy over there, but you're not going to get it in my hometown. You're not going to get it where I live, because I'm going to tell you this right now. That ain't fucking gonna happen. That ain't never gonna happen. And I'm gonna say this to leftists. I know your Darvo tactics. I know that you like to gaslight the effing living fuck out of people who won't give sympathy for Rob Reiner, which is your leftist superhero. I won't. I will never. And the reason why I'll never is the same people who mock at Charlie Kirk's death. We're just turning the fucking damn tables on you. We're just making you take a taste of your own medicine. We literally are. And the fact of the matter is, guys, you're getting what you deserve. You're getting what you literally deserve. The fact that you mocked at Charlie Kirk's death, celebrated his death, is why I won't have sympathies for Rob Reiner. That's why I won't have any, you won't get any condolences from me. You won't. You'll never get any sympathies out of me. Okay? You're going to get what you did to Charlie Kirk, and we're going to turn the tables on and do it to your Rob Reiner, aka Meathead. All right? We're going to turn the tables, and we're going to make you see how that feels. And don't come crying to me and saying, oh, that's not fair. Oh, that's wrong. That's this. Well, was it damn fucking wrong when you mocked and celebrated Charlie Kirk's death? But here's the difference. Leftists will always mock and celebrate somebody's demise, somebody being like canceled, like deplatformed and all that shit. But we on the right, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna put up our bootstraps and keep going. We're just gonna keep on going. Yeah. We're just gonna keep on going. And we ain't gonna stop for jack shit. Well, the only time I'm probably gonna stop is probably what? Do a diaper change and then keep on going. But in reality, I ain't stopping for shit. I ain't stopping for none of that. But the reality here is, guys, you're not getting any sympathy from me. And I don't understand why the left thinks that, oh, we should sympathize, we should send our condolences and all that. Well, let me say this. I didn't hear you guys sympathize or send condolences to Erica Kirk when she lost her husband, when her husband was assassinated, when her husband was murdered. I didn't hear the left sending condolences, sympathies. All I heard was them mocking, celebrating, and boasting that Charlie Kirk got killed. But then you get shocked when we don't do the same to your side. Well, because you know why? Our side has morals. Our side has standards. Okay? Our side has rules. Our side has like moral and ethical standards. Whereas your side doesn't have any moral and ethical standards. Let's make this clear, guys. Let's clear the air here, all right? Let's clear the air. The left openly celebrates when somebody on our side gets killed. But when somebody on their side gets killed, the left is in shock. that we're not mocking or celebrating. We're not. Because you know why? We're not the same. We are not the same. And we're not gonna celebrate like his death or anything. We're just gonna we'll send our condolences, but we're not gonna have any sympathies for him. We're not gonna feel sorry for him. Okay? We're not even gonna go, oh my, how horrible. No, we're not. We're just gonna be like this. Oh well. Okay? We're gonna be like that. Because you know why? You didn't do that to you didn't do the decent human thing. You wanted to act like a snobbish little kid who tells me that you can't be an adult about it anymore. You can't. So this is why, guys, I don't give a shit. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care. Okay? I don't. I don't have sympathies for a man who had so much resentment, hatred towards MAGA, conservatives, Republican, President Trump, okay, and his supporters. I don't have sympathies for that. You want sympathies? There's that mountain that I live right behind me. Go over that mountain over there, right below. You'll probably find sympathies right there. But the reality is, you're not getting it from me. You're not getting it from anyone on the right. For most of us on the right, and I've seen this on all the right-wing social media platforms, they've even said like this: you're not getting any sympathies from me. You're not getting any condolences. And people have said, yeah, good, yeah, he, whatever, you know what I mean? They gave their oh well thing and said, it is what it is, you know? Because here's the reality of all this. He had the most hated views on anyone who voted for President Trump. And how the fuck can I sympathize with a guy that hated Donald Trump, that hated conservatives, that hated MAGA? How can you sympathize with that? Come on, tell me. How can you sympathize with someone who hated MAGA, conservatives, Republicans, and President Trump so badly? How can you? I can't. I won't. And I don't even give a shit if I'm hated on. Because I'm going to tell you this straight up. I don't give a flying fuck if I'm hated on. Because I'm not here to please people. Okay? This is the reality. And I'm going to give you the scared, straight reality. I'm not here to please people. If you're here on this third rock from the sun and on the Milky Way galaxy to please people, I need you to get the fuck out of this this planet and out of this galaxy, and you might as well just go to the next galaxy down the road there, where there might be a place for you that want to please people 24/7. That's why I don't give a shit. I don't give a flying fuck in a flying shit. I don't. This is why, guys, I tell people straight up that I don't care about Rob Reiner being killed. You're not going to garner any sympathy. You're not going to garner any respect. You're not going to make me want to feel sorry for him, because why should I feel sorry for a guy that hated my side? Why should I feel sorry for a guy that hated anyone who voted for Donald Trump? Why should I? I need someone to explain that to me. Why should I feel sorry for someone that hates conservatives, Republicans, okay, that hates like MAGA people or anybody that voted for President Trump, for that matter. Why should I feel sorry? Why should I? I don't. I won't, and I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a flying shit. Because I'm gonna say this straight up, like to the point that I don't care about Rob Reiner, aka Meathead, being murdered. You want care and sympathy? Go over this mountain over there. There's your care and sympathy, but you ain't gonna get it in front of my face. I don't care if you gaslight the effing living motherfucker out of me, because I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm at an age where I don't give a flying fuck anymore. I'm at an age right now where I don't give a rat's ass on like whether you want to cancel me, deplatform me, and all this shit. I'm at an age where I don't give a damn. I'm at an age right now where I go like this. Is it worth throwing your carcass in a dumpster because you want me to care for someone who hated me? Is it worth my time and energy to throw your ass in the trash can? Yeah, that's where I'm at that point. That's where I'm at. And to me, guys, that's where I see things. That's where I see reality. That's where I see things in front of me, not behind me, not next to me, in front of me. That's where I see. And the way I see the left is all about, oh, we should sympathize. Oh, feel sorry. You should feel sorry too. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I don't feel sorry, and I don't care. And I don't give a rat's ass. Okay? I don't give a flying fuck. Okay? After what he said about people like me who voted for President Trump. And he said some mean ass shit. Okay? You can go look at it on his social media profile. You can go look at it on his X account, on his Blue Cry, aka Blue Sky account. You can see what he said about people like me who voted for Donald Trump. You can see that as plain as day. Because I'm gonna tell you this much. I'm gonna tell you this much. You, it ain't gonna get me to sympathize with a guy that hated people like me. You're not gonna get any sympathy. You're not gonna get me to feel sorry for him. You're not gonna get me to feel like, oh, we should feel sorry for this guy. Bull fuck shit. Yeah, bull fuck shit. You ain't getting me to feel sorry for him after what he said about President Trump, MAGA, conservatives, Republicans, or anyone that voted for Trump or has a view that is different from him. Why on God's green earth should I care? Which I don't, I won't, and I don't give a flying shit. I don't give a flying fuck. And at the same time, guys, I don't care at all. I really don't. And I will tell you this right now. I don't give two fucks about like what happens to him. I don't. I don't. And I must just say this on my podcast show. We don't care what happens to Rob Reiner, aka Meathead. You want to take care and sympathy? Go to that next town over, okay? And I'm just gonna say this right up to your face. If you want me to start caring for your side when they get like killed or murdered. I'm gonna say this: the day the day we start caring and sympathizing your side for being killed and murdered is the day when you start sympathizing and caring for those who have been murdered on our side, aka Charlie Kirk. Until fucking then, we're just gonna treat you the same way you treated Charlie Kirk when you mocked and celebrated his death. We're just gonna do the same thing to Rob Reiner, who's on your side. We're just gonna be like this. Oh well, it is what it is. I don't give a shit. I don't care. You know? We're just gonna do that. And we're just gonna see how you like it now. All right? We are. But anyway, guys, I want to talk about this. This has been bugging me a lot, okay? This has been bugging me a lot as a libertarian who lives in a blue state of Connecticut, who is so taxed to death that my tax dollars seem to be paying for illegal immigrants, okay? Welfare recipients. Yeah. And it's like, I work, don't get anything, don't get any money, no tax breaks. I mean, no getting rid of income tax or property tax. I live in this blue state where I'm taxed so much that I can't even afford to live. It's like I basically work to pay taxes and not ink a living. And then I go like this. You wonder why people like me are trying to flee blue states. Hell, I would love to get the fuck out of this blue state of Connecticut and go to where? A libertarian state like New Hampshire? Hell, I'd love to go there because you know why? At least over there, yeah, at least over there I can live easily. But the sad reality is, and I'm going to say this, no matter how much I make in this state, I'm always going to be fucking poor. And the reality is, I hate being poor in this state. I hate being poor. Hell, I see like conservatives, libertarians, and Republicans in red states who make better living than I do in a blue state. In a blue state where I live in Connecticut, I'm taxed to death. Our electricity rates are so sky high because we end up paying for illegal immigrants and welfare queens to live off lavishly, while hard workers like me work and never make enough money to afford groceries. You know, sometimes I gotta end up going to food banks because I can't afford food. Yeah. Sometimes I gotta make a decision whether to forego photo shoots, which helps me like make money and all this, and go somewhere or pay for food or gas. Yeah. And it doesn't help that I live in a blue state here. It doesn't. Sometimes it's depressing to live in a blue state and to work in a blue state that you're taxed to death, that you're never going to make money, you're never going to make a living. I often say like this: the American dream died in blue states. As opposed to red states, yeah, the American dream is still there. Okay? The American dream is alive and well in red states. In blue states, the American dream is a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. and it's a laughing stock here. You can't live the American dream in a blue state where you're taxed on your car, your home, and your income. Yeah, and then you got sales tax too. So you're taxed like no matter what. Okay? It's like this. You're taxed to be punished for making a living. Whereas those who live off of welfare, food stamps, Section 8 housing, yeah, you're rewarded for being lazy, while the people who work are being punished with taxes. This is why I get fucking pissed at my state. This is why I get fucking angry at my state. I get fucking mad that my blue state rewards being lazy, but punishes me when I go to work, when I make money. And then another thing I want to say is like this. Last month, when I took medical leave to go to work, they they tax you for like paying for somebody else's medical leave. But when I need medical leave and I need that money to cover, oh, I gotta fight tooth and nail to get it. But someone else, I fucking get it no matter what. Yeah. This is why many times, I start to get fed up with the current government that I have. With the current government that I have in the state that taxes and punishes you for working, but rewards you for being an illegal immigrant, a criminal, and lazy, and a welfare queen. They reward you for that, but they punish you for working by taking tax money away from you. But when you want to use it just to get paid while you're on medical leave, oh no, it's a fucking struggle. Oh no, it's a fucking fight. Yeah, it literally is. And many times it fucking pisses me off. It fucking irritates me. It fucking makes me angry that no matter how much I fucking make in this state, I'm never going to be able to live comfortably. I'm never going to be able to live normally. I might as well just live like the fucking working poor. You just work just to either eat or get enough transfer gas money to go to work. You don't work to be able to afford a middle class lifestyle. Okay, you don't. And to try to move up, to try to go to work, there ain't any jobs here in this blue state. Most of the jobs here in this blue state are what? Warehouse, healthcare, you know what I mean? In the service industry, that's it. Not enough to live comfortably, not enough to live like a normal working middle class. Not enough. But yet, the left always rewards laziness, but punishes hard work. And it just goes to show the left is always about being lazy. That's why they think that socialism is great. That's why they think socialism is the best thing in the world. But then when people like me are trying to just live, shit, we end up being the working poor. Yeah, we end up too. That's why many times, guys, every day when I go to work, every day when I drive to work, I know I don't make enough money. I know I don't make enough to live. I know I don't. No matter how much money I make in the workforce here in the state, I know I don't make enough to live. I know I'm taxed to death. I'm taxed to the bone. Yeah, I know that like no matter how much money I make in the blue state of Connecticut, I know I will never be able to afford to live the middle class lifestyle. And sometimes, and I'm gonna say this on the show, I sometimes blame where I went to school, where I lived, okay, where I grew up. And yes, guys, and I'm gonna say this on my podcast show. I grew up in New Britain, Connecticut. I went to the New Britain school system. I was thrown in special education throughout my school year because of the fact that people like me were never given equal opportunity, were never even given an equal chance. That's how I view many things in life, including like what I do now, like my modeling, my podcasting. I know I will never be treated equally. I know I will never be given a fair shake, okay? Because I know I don't belong in the right social class, the political class, or the economic class. I don't. And I will tell you this, I've I've never been given the same opportunities as everyone else. And I know that. And I often tell people, I know I'm going to get treated like like a commoner, like a nobody. Okay? I know I'm never going to get the same treatment. I know I'm never going to be treated equally. And I said this on social media. You know why I will never do Fansly, OnlyFans, and Just for Fans? It's because I know I will never get treated equally. I know I will never be given a fair shake. I know I will never be given a fair opportunity or a fair break. I know I'll never. But if some like biological woman or a gay dude or a non-binary dude person does either OnlyFans, Fansly, and Just for Fans, oh yeah, they're gonna get all these opportunities. They're gonna get to be treated equally. They're gonna be like given cash, given opportunities. Whereas me, I'm an Asian American, Laotian American. I'm a DSD person. I'm a deaf person. I'm never going to be given those opportunities. I'm always going to be like 10 or 20 steps behind everyone else. Yeah. This is why sometimes I tell people like this. Sometimes I hate, hate the world. Sometimes I hate society. Sometimes I fucking hate people because people get to do things that I could, would, and should have done, but I never get the fucking opportunity. I never. All because I'm treated differently because of my race, my skin, my nationality, disability. You know what I mean? I'm never given an equal opportunity. Hell, I'll give you an example, guys. I have a bent box where I sell my photo shoots. I've been putting it up, but nobody's ever taken it seriously. No one's ever looked at it. No one's ever brought my photo shoots and all that. No one's ever. So you know what? It turns out in order to get a fair shake, in order to be taken seriously, if I was a biological woman, if I had boobs, vagina, and all that, and I had a female body, oh yeah, I would be taken seriously. Oh yeah, people would buy my photo shoots. People would pay me to do photo shoots. But as a Asian American, Laotian American, DSD person, and a deaf person, I get nothing. I get shit. I get crap. And you wonder why, ladies and gentlemen? I don't give a flying fuck anymore. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't. The fact that how I'm treated in society, how I'm treated in this country, is why I don't care. It's why I don't give a shit. It's why I look at you and I go, yeah, whatever. It's like I look at you in disgust. I look at you in like, do I care that you're doing this shit and doing that shit? That you get to do this, you get to do that, but people like me never get to do all these things, never get the, never get the, never get the like be paid to to model, never get paid to sell my photo shoots and all that, never. But if I was a white cisgender woman, oh yeah, or a lesbian, or a tomboy girl, oh yeah, I would be on like what? OnlyFans, just for fans, and Fansly, and making a buck, making mad money. But for me, as a Laotian American, Asian American, DSD, and a deaf person, I make jack crap shit. I make next to nothing. And I have to, and in order to even get people to look, I have to like send like social media posts on every goddamn platform out there. But if a biological girl wanted to do an OnlyFans page, she don't even have to do all the work. She just throws her body and there you go. For me, I just have only hands because that's how I make the money with my bare hands. But women have only fans just for fans in Fansly. You see why I get mad at the world? You see why I get pissed? I get angry? I'm miserable at the world? You see why, guys? It's because people have it. Certain people in this world have it easy, okay? Because they're given a silver spoon and they're given doors that people like me will never be allowed to have. People will never. hmm So for people like me, okay. So for people like me, I just don't care anymore. I just don't. I literally don't care. For people like me, guys, and I'll say this, and I'll say this, people like me just don't care. People like me are like, yeah, I don't give a shit. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care if I get opportunities. I don't care if people buy my photo shoots because I know no one's gonna buy it because people are gonna go like this. Oh, that's just a Asian DSD and deaf person. Why don't you go look at here a hot looking girl? Okay, whereas me, I get nothing. I get shit. I get crap. I get I get zilch. Okay, that's why that's why I have this bitter, angry mentality at the world. Why I have this resentment towards society, towards people. Yeah, I do. Because you know why? I hate the fact that I'm not treated equally. I hate the fact that I don't get these opportunities like everyone else. I don't get treated like this. I don't get treated like that. I hate that. And sometimes I put up with it and just say, oh, well, let me go with the flow, hoping things get better. For me, it ain't never gonna get better as long as I'm alive on this third rock from the sun. Yeah, it ain't never gonna get any better. All right. Wow, that was a good long show, guys. That was a good long show. Yeah. Anyway, I gotta run because I gotta do a diaper check just to make sure I'm not leaking and pooping, as always. But I do want to thank you guys for listening to Nikki's World. I'm Nikki, your host. I will see y'all soon. Bye for now.
You just listened to an episode of Nikki's World. Thanks for listening. We'll see y'all soon. Bye for now.